might not see the outcomes, we might see the clues, but when you plant a seed, it's gotta grow before it blooms. Oh.
Aloha, Sustainable Farmer Drew, Garden to Garden, Sacred Herbs and Botanicals. So I'm doing another one with you today, chilling here with this plant known as Portulaca olrecea, Purslane, in the Portulaceae family. And we're gonna get right into it, which contains about 21 different genera and about 580 different species. And many varieties grow in a wide range of climates and regions throughout the world. Purslane can be found and consumed in markets throughout the world, and particularly everywhere except for the United States. But the market for this is going outside and finding it, which is even better. It makes a great edible, both raw and cooked. Also as a pot herb. It's popular pickled as well. Now it's used in all kinds of dishes throughout the Mediterranean and other places as well. And that don't go there. And it's thrown commonly in salads, just, you know, very good. Purslane contains some magnificent nutrient qualities. It is packed with things like beta carotene, ascorbic acid, and vitamins A, B, C, and E. This weed has more nutrients in it than most cultivated vegetables. That's pretty profound. I was once told that if you are allergic to seafood, Purslane is the way to go, because it contains more omega-3 fatty acids than any other source of plant source in the galaxy. So I went something like that. And it's true, and science can confirm that. It has ALA, which is alpha linoleic acid, and that's a powerful antioxidant, and it contains powerful antioxidant properties. So ALA is important for the role in human health and development and preventing disease as well. So it actually has about 5 times more omega-3 fatty acids than spinach. So if you're looking for a comparison. And also, I don't know if I said it makes a great pot herb, just like spinach as well. So the origin of it, though, is not certain, because it's a common veggie of the Roman Empire, and it's been shown to have existed for at least 4,000 years. That's crazy. So it's a nutrient powerhouse, and I want to go ahead and try to bring you closer to explain its features, and then we'll talk a little bit about the medicinal properties. So let's see if I can do this. Maybe. Oopsie daisy. So here we are, we're back. I decided to turn this around and show you the Purslane, or Portulaca olrecea, here in Hawaii. So it has like a cylindrical stem, so round stem, yeah, and they're usually green or red. So to me, the green ones are younger, and you can see it's getting more red, a tinge of red here, sometimes some purple in it as well. And it's usually swollen at the nodes, so where it's every place, like here and here and here along the stem where there's nodes, it'll be swollen, it'll get thick. And what else I want to say about this? Oh, it's glabrous, which means it's smooth, and apart from the leaf axils. So when you look at the leaf axils, where, let's see if I can get this inside here, you're gonna see a little bit, it's not as glabrous. You're actually gonna see a little fuzzy action going on right there. So I see it, but I don't know if the camera could pick it up. Anyhow, it has succulent, it's a succulent plant. As I said when I was explaining, you know, where it might be from, the succulent stems and fleshy leaves, perhaps. I think, or what I found is that it may be originated in desert climates where it would be well adapted to. However, nowadays it's found in Europe, Africa, Australia, Asia, and North America. So it has a global distribution. And one of the patterns of it is that it's sprawling, and it's usually low to the ground. This one is actually very nice and tall. And I have some more I'm gonna walk over and show you. Also, the leaves at the ends are usually clustered. So at the tips like this, you see them clustered, like together, yeah, like on the ends. And they're usually oval or teardrop shape. We're talking about the leaves. And two leaves are always opposite of each other. So if we look there, you can see one and another one. These are opposite leaves. And yeah, all the way down. So opposite leaves, opposite leaves, opposite leaves. And then they'll always be in a 90-degree angle when you're looking at them from here. So when you see these clusters, no matter what, these are opposite, even though there's four. You'll see this 90-degree angle in here. It might be better one in there. So there's always a 90-degree angle. Anyhow, they produce a small yellow flower that only opens for a day. And they like partial sun or partial shade and full sun in most types of soil. And they do have a very deep taproot, so they're very hard to eradicate. They're definitely easy to control, but they're hard to eradicate if you're doing like regular gardening methods, of course. But in sustainable practices, it's quite easy to work around this and also implement it into your garden. So I'm going to turn this around and talk about the medicinal properties and bring you over to a couple other ones. Alright, so back at you. So purslane has a plethora of medicinal uses, just like most plants do, but it's used for things like burns and headaches, diseases of the intestines and liver and stomach. Also used for arthritis and as a diuretic. So which make it an important herbal medicine, but it's also used for things like internal parasites, as a blood cleanser, and as an analgesic for pain, anti-inflammatory, as well as an antifungal medicine. In addition, purslane is used for osteoporosis and psoriasis, as well as things like colic and dermatitis and bacterial infections, as well as gonorrhea and herpes and snake bites, boils, coughs, fevers. It has a whole bunch of stuff it's used for, but those are the main things it's used for. And it's in traditional medicine, they do use it for hypotension and diabetes, but there's not scientific evidence to back that up yet. And a lot of the medicinal qualities of purslane are not backed up by science at this time. However, the nutritional profiles and the nutritional advice that I was telling you about is backed up by science, and that I think speaks volume. And eventually the medicinal attributes will fall into place. So what I'm gonna do now is my best to show you, well, I'm gonna show you this is edible, so you can eat it raw. The thing is, ants tend to like this and other insects, so check it out, wash it good. But the young ones usually will be okay. You can go ahead and just eat them. They're crunchy, they're good, they make you go woo, and You can eat this all day long and like get all this energy and brain power and all this stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna stop eating you for now, and thank you for being here. I did not plant this. This is just around my garden, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna take you on a little journey. The Sustainable Farmer Drew. Hopefully it won't be too long. So here's another patch of Purslane right next to this one. Also green stems. Some of the stems are turning, I don't know if you could see it, there you go, are turning reddish. And what we're gonna do now is go down here. I was originally gonna just show you this one, but he decides to grow out of my there were my little watermelon papaya tray here, but I like it so much that I'm not gonna pull them. So as you can see, the sprawling nature of it, as opposed to the younger, more taller ones, this is usually what you'll see in cracks and the most oddest places, but also in the most greatest places. Purslane sprawling like this, or we call it a diffusion of the stems. And this one you can see is much redder. Just as good, just as edible, but that will indicate to you that it's older, yeah, which is okay. It's still good to go. And just another example of Purslane just taking over. I don't know what you want to call this. I guess an area that hasn't been cultivated or used and abandoned and just there. So it's growing well, and there's a good supply of Purslane at this time of year in Hawaii, and you'll find it at all times of the year, but particularly in drier, hotter times of your year. It'll phase out in the winter time, but now in August, July, August, September, we'll really see it here, and you'll see it in your summer wherever you are. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned some things about Purslane, Portulaca olrecea, and go ahead and try it. And if you need it as medicine, it's definitely there. I didn't say how, but you can do it raw, you can powder it as well and take it as that. And just eating it gives you those medicinal qualities, especially for the intestinal and gastrointestinal issues. But you can powder it and use it in that form. So until the next one, this is Sustainable Farmer Drew, Garden to Garden, Sacred Herbs and Botanicals, coming at you. Now, I'm departing, but I'm not leaving. Anyhow, much love, as I always say, and I mean it. Peace. Get your hands in the dirt, get your hands in the soil. Turn everything around, because we need more people like you and me and everyone else to get together and do this for the earth. And then we also learn about the plants too, and we utilize them to keep us healthy and strong and going. So until the next one, as I said, much love, peace, light, blessings, and aloha.
We might not see the outcomes, we might see the clues, but when you plant a seed, it's gotta grow before it blooms. Oh.